And we're back in Twin Leaf Town. I'm going to start off this episode basically by checking all the places where you can surf and find stuff. So let's begin with this little pool of water. And over here we have... Lake Verity has water, but you can't surf in it, so yeah. Next. And here we have Route 204, which is north of Jubilife. There's actually some water over here. Let me check if this leads to anything. I was going to check the other one first. I didn't realize this one was accessible. Get out of here, Pastry. Nobody cares about you. Alright. And there's the sea incense. Okay, so I mentioned previously that even if I had wanted to use Azurill, I wouldn't have been able to. Now I technically can. I still don't particularly want to, though. However, that does tie into basically the theme of this episode quite nicely, because this is basically the, time of reckoning for several of my team members. It's a little bit more dramatic than it honestly should be, but basically, now that I have Surf, I have access to a decent number of other baby Pokemon that I haven't been able to get yet, and quite a few of them, if not all, are things I'd want to add to the team. And this obviously means that somebody's going to have to go, or I'm not going to be able to add them in. And so, this is one of those things where it's like, you know, like one of those cliche statements of if something isn't really that important, it's like, oh, I won't lose sleep over it. This one I technically did, because I, woke up this morning and, had to, get a drink and stuff, and, after getting up, I couldn't fall back asleep because I kept thinking, I'm going to be recording Platinum, and I don't have a plan yet for what Pokemon I'm using, and my eventual decision was just screw it, leave it up to a Strawpoll, and I think that's what I'm going to be doing here. Now, for you to actually make your choices, you'll have to know what the hell I'm talking about. So, obviously, you know the 5 Pokemon I'm using right now. I don't have to go over those. And the new available Pokemon are... I think I've honestly been able to get Happiny up to this point. I don't remember, but I don't want to use that one anyway, so don't mind that one. Azurill, which, again, I don't really want to use. And then the ones that I would like to use are Magby, which is going to be coming up in a area... Oh, speaking of Happiny, there we go, Luck Incense. Okay, so I guess I could technically use it now. But, Magby's coming up in a pretty... in an area that I can access soon. I could get it right now, I'm just kind of doing things in a different order. And then there's also, Bonsly and Mime Jr., which do require incenses, but I either already have or have access to both of those, as far as I can tell. I need to double-check the list again, honestly, but I should be able to get both of those. And the, Pokemon that they're bred from, Mr. Mime and Sudowoodo, are also in areas that I do have access to now that I have Surf. So, basically, the way this is going to go, I currently have one slot open, so I can just kind of put one of them in that spot anyway. I'm thinking probably Magby, because it's easily accessible, and yeah. And then, Mime Jr., as far as I can tell, is basically a direct improvement over Chingling in most regards. It's not that simple, because it's not just a straight stat upgrade or anything, but they're both psychic. Lugosi hasn't really been doing a whole lot other than using Confusion, and I just got those TMs that I haven't really made use of yet. Mime Jr. is one of those babies that actually does have a move pool that exists, so I might be able to get some use out of it. I'm probably going to try that one out, and then that leaves Bonsly as the one that is going to have to replace somebody else on the team. And, I think I should be able to surf here, right? Yeah. So basically then the question is, who do I replace? I have 2 normal types on the team already. Of the 2, Sponge has kind of been pulling the weight of the rest of the team and making everything a lot easier, so I probably should keep him around. But I said much earlier in the playthrough that since this was originally designed to be a Cleffa-only playthrough, it would probably make sense to keep that one on the team. So, It's either going to be one of those or probably Terrence, because he's basically used Mega Drain and that's it. Hasn't really been doing a whole lot else. But there's not going to be any definite replacements yet. That'll probably happen between videos here. I'll put up a Strawpoll and all that crap. But anyway, that was apparently all I had to do there. However, if you have not explored much in Platinum, or Diamond and Pearl for that matter, or like looked at the map or anything, there's an area over here that you may not even realize exists. If you look at the map, we've got Route 205, blah blah blah, here's the town, and up here is a place called Fuego Ironworks, which you never have to go to. It's relatively out of the way, and nobody ever really talks about it. In-game, at least. I mean, it's like, if you follow like stuff about the game, you'll know about it, but to get to that, you basically surf here and follow the river up, and that'll be a whole big area, which I will probably be exploring in a little bit. I wanted to check all the other, like, small surf spots first, so I'll be coming back there in a minute. Hey look, it's water. Is there going to be something worthwhile? I don't actually know. For the purposes of this playthrough, not really. Alright, anyway, let's all this crap and check what's over on this route. I haven't really looked up most of these areas beforehand because I didn't want to. I don't know. I basically am just kind of going through the list of areas in the game, like in the order you visit them normally, and that's about it. Oh, there's a guy here. I didn't realize I never fought him. Okay. I'm guessing... oh, or her, as the case may be. And yeah, she's underleveled. So let's just use not very effective moves. Oh shit. In which I get destroyed by a Starly. But anyway, yeah, as I've been saying, I'm gonna leave the eventual team replacement stuff mostly up to the Strawpoll, but that doesn't mean I'm not gonna have my own influence on it. Like, I don't want to be completely influencing the vote here, but if I had to make my own decisions, I'm thinking probably Terrence is going to go first. There's also the matter of Riolu being available pretty much right after this whole surfing around and getting stuff section, like, as in before 6th gym. And that one I definitely want to have on the team, because it's probably the best out of the baby Pokemon that you can get, so... wanting to put that one on. That one's probably going to end up replacing one of the normal types, so... oh, do I have strength? I never taught strength. Do I actually have strength, though? No. I think I discussed this last time, and I immediately forgot. Cool, okay. So we're not getting whatever that item is. But anyway, this part of Mount Coronet leads to Celestic Town, which I was in last time. I mentioned that there were trainers in the route off to the left of it. I didn't fight them. I'm basically trying to put off fighting as many trainers as possible here because I want to be able to use them for, like, training up the new guys. Hence why I'm kind of avoiding the more populated areas for right now. But, anyways, I was going to fly to Orberg, but I can just take the bike. It'll take like 2 seconds. Let's see, there is water on that route. I don't know if I can surf in it, though. Let's find out. This is always, like, one of the more annoying parts of any Pokemon game whenever I play through them, because it's, like, nothing that you really need to do. Nothing ever says, hey, you need to go around and surf on every body of water and find stuff, but I'm always kind of compelled to do it anyway, because I like to collect all the items that I can. And so, it kind of just turns the game, like, it brings the game to a screeching halt, and becomes a big fetch quest for things that may or may not exist. I'm currently at that point in my red playthrough, now that I think about it, because I just beat Koga and went around, basically caught everything I could with the Super Rod, and now I'm like, well, do I want to go to Cinnabar? Do I want to do Power Plant? It's like, how dare I have more than one option? It's too hard to decide. But gotta love those cave pastries. Alright, let's check out what's in here. I'm pretty sure there's water in this cave. Well, there's certainly encounters. I could put up a rappel, but I'm too lazy. That looks like a hidden item. No? Really? Okay. What about this? Oh, that's a guy. I will go ahead and fight him. I'm pretty sure this is like a veteran or dragon tamer or something, meaning he's like actually somewhat difficult if you're not prepared. Actually, you know what? Screw it. I can't even do anything there because there's a strength boulder. I'll just have to remember him for later. No reason to fight him now. Oh, there's Brick. For the record, I am making note of all these TMs I'm getting, because in quick succession there, I got, earlier in the episode I got Thunderbolt, right now I got Brick. Last time I got Shadow Ball, and there was like Taunt or something, which I'm not really too interested in. But yeah, I am kind of oh yeah, and Water Pulse is not too bad either. I'm keeping track of what TMs I have here, but that doesn't mean I'm necessarily going to be using them on anything yet, because since the team is still very much subject to change, I don't want to, like, load a bunch of TMs on something and then end up switching it out. That's pretty much why I've been hoarding them throughout the playthrough anyway. Oh my god. Please, just go over the ramp. Please go over the ramp. Okay. Did I fight you yet? Well, I certainly fought Psyduck. Did I fight you yet? Yeah, I did. Or you weren't a trainer. And yeah. You know, Rock Smash really is just the biggest waste of dump TM. I mean, it's not, honestly, because Flash and Defog are way worse, and honestly, even Whirlpool is worse, but still, it's basically a palette swap of Cut. That's like, hey, now you can use Cut, but in a cave. Just like how Whirlpool is, now you can use Cut, but in the water. So, they're slightly annoying to have to deal with. And this is a very small pool that doesn't lead to anything. Okay. So, that whole section of the map seemed like I didn't have to do much. Let's see what's on the other side of the map. Well, before we can really check the other side of the map, I've got to check Mount Coronet again, because guess what? More water. I see a Pokeball. Don't know if I can get it. Yes, I can. Will it be a calcium? Nope, but not far off. Apparently I just have a good way of guessing these things. I say after guessing exactly one thing. I'll try to guess what the other ones are, just to, like, keep things interesting. Over here we should have something. I'm guessing another stat up thing, so iron. No. Okay, I don't think I'm going to be guessing things anymore. Is that everything? Because there's a little pool there, but it doesn't look like I ever really needed to go across it. Yeah, I guess that's it for this cave. Unless I, like, never got hidden stuff here. Nope, we're good. Alright. And more water. Looks like I need Rock Smash, or rather Rock Climb and Waterfall here, but is there anything actually accessible? It looks like there is a single fisherman. Let us fight single fisherman. Muhihi. Alright. Yeah, you're dead. So, in the, next up in line in the, Pokemon playthrough recollection stuff is, XD Gale of Darkness, which I basically picked up purely because I needed a Lugia in the Pearl Collection, and, of course, wouldn't trade over the one from Soul Silver because I'm an asshole. Plus, I figured, hey, it's a game I hadn't played through, and I wanted to kind of give it a try. So, picked that one up. I have it written down here, I think December of 2010, or at least that's when I finished it, I'm not sure. Pretty much right before Black and White came out, because I wanted to make sure I finished the collection before those games were released. And, it was a fairly normal playthrough. I remember going through the majority of it, basically playing it through, like, a preview window in, like, Pinnacle Studio or Camtasia or whatever it was I had at the time, because I didn't want to be bothered playing this really slow-paced game on the TV while other people were wanting to use it, so it worked out fairly well. Also, why am I wandering around Hardhome? I know there's no water here. Just moving on. But, team in that one, I did keep the Eevee from the beginning, evolved it into Flareon, called it Fluffeon. I also kept the Teddy Ursa from the very beginning, named it Banjo. Then there's this set of trainers that you fight really early on that have like 6 relatively good Pokemon, and basically everybody ends up forming a team out of those. In most cases taking the Houndour, because Houndoom is cool. Since I've already used Houndoom, though, I did not pick that one. I ended up going with Seedot, Spheal, and Gulpin. So I had those, fully evolved them. Shiftry was Nutmeg. Spheal was Flallop, which was a reference to Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, just a very obscure one. And Gulpin or Swalot was just Bellies. I don't really know why. Does this lead to something of note? Invention Pioneers. Here I am trying to click on the frickin' preview window in OBS. I'm smart. I'll put a second odd keystone in here. Except you can't. Okay. But anyway, had those 3, used them throughout the game. They were pretty decent. Swalot was not as bad as you might think, because the one that you get in XD had like Shockwave or some other kind of electric move, so it at least had coverage. It was semi-decent. Got a Mawile, named it Nibbler. It was part of the team, but pretty much used to catch other stuff and nothing else. It wasn't really much of a fighter itself. And then, the last true member of the team was a Lunatone that I named Lunar Magic. That playthrough, like I said, in itself wasn't that interesting, really. I don't have any cool stories to share about it or anything, but for those who enjoy looking at my old videos, if you've like not seen them before and want to see stuff about it, I do have a set of like 3 videos showing basically the last fight of that, where you catch Lugia and fight the last boss and everything, and it went better than I would have ever expected, honestly. So, that exists. Shortly after doing that, I went through Mount Battle and Coliseum to get Ho-Oh, and picked up the last couple event Pokemon from, like, Ranch and the Celebi from the GameStop event and stuff, and I believe that finished up the collection there, just in time for me to start a brand new one in the next game. Such is the curse of Pokemons. Why? Okay, again, here I am, biking around in a town, not really paying attention to what I'm doing. So, to kind of keep track of what I have and haven't done so far in terms of surfing to places, I'm intentionally putting off the Fuego Ironworks, the ocean routes south of Sand Gem, and the path between Jubilife and, what's it called? The port town. I don't remember its name. Canalave. I'm going to be doing those last. However, there is a water route connected to either this route or like the hotel area or something. It's somewhere down in this corner. And I remember it being somewhat involved in maze-like, but it also doesn't really have that much in it, so I think I'm going to put that one off too, because I'd rather just fight the trainers with stuff that I'm needing to train up. Let me at least figure out where it is, though. It's somewhere down here. Yeah, it's probably just over this way. This might lead to an item up here. Let's find out. Well, it led to a rock climb wall. And not much else. Okay. Good to know. Yeah, here we go. How do you get in there? Probably just, like, down in this corner or something. It's kind of a weird area, because it's not really a separate route. It's still part of this general one that I'm in now, but it's kind of an out-of-the-way segment of it that you have no real reason to ever go into, unless you're specifically trying to fight all the trainers or find all the items, so... Yeah, I'm gonna put that one off. Still looking to see if there's anything else that I can collect here, though. Okay, I'll bite. Is there anything here? No, there's not. I'm so glad they included it, then. Okay, so that's been, what, 8 minutes with no progress? Yeah, I don't know. Great Marsh doesn't have anything in it that I recall. I think I've got all the items in there already. There's Pool of Water over here. What does this lead to? A couple of boats, apparently. And Mystic Water, which I will most likely not be using, but it's the thought that counts. And that's about it. Which leaves Swampy Route, Foggy Route, and places that I've been putting off, so let's go ahead and do Swampy Route. After trying to avoid as much of the swamp as possible, because it's annoying. Much unlike this video in general. I don't know. I guess it's kind of a, like, recap of what we've done so far. Not that this was ever really needed or requested, but it's what it is. Here I am surfing along the top of the water when a sea slug at the bottom of the water somehow attacks me. Is there an item there? Yes, there is. So we can put an item here, but we can't on that little sandbar thing. And you know, since it's on my mind currently, picking up that max ether reminded me, this game has a really bad item inventory system because despite you having unlimited space, there's no real way to organize it quickly or deposit stuff that you're never going to use. So it's annoying in its own special way, but honestly I think this is still better than the way Gen 1 handled it, where there's just a finite amount of space that you will fricking reach eventually and have to deal with it. Because since you can, oh, by the way, mouse cursor, don't mind me. Since you're able to duplicate items in that game, I've been trying to duplicate all the TMs to, like, basically have a full collection of them. And you can't at all. No, I don't know if that's true, actually. You probably can, but it's very, very close. Like, I'm trying to think of the term. Like, if you can only just barely. Let's put it that way. Because there's no reason to duplicate stuff that you can buy from the stores. I'm not planning on doing that, but anything else that you find, like I wanted to get those, and I have those in the PC along with max ethers and all these other items that I'm not going to use. And I'm pretty sure I'm close to hitting the limit already, and so it's getting to the point where I have a bunch of TMs like Rage and Payday, which I know I'm never going to use, and I probably could just throw out, but it's the fact that you can't get them again that makes me kind of want to hold on to them. Not to mention the stupid one-time items like Sylph Scope and Card Key and crap that you just kind of accumulate and can never get rid of because there's no key items pocket. Oh, found that iron that I had mentioned earlier. As I've mentioned before, I always just kind of picture it as being like an iron that you use to like steam clothes, just kind of laying out on the ground. Alright, let's go to Celestic. my flying banana dinosaur here. If only I could have Fly and Surf on the same Pokemon. Oh wait, I could if I had a Pelipper, but I don't feel like catching one. I like the small pond there. Which, if I remember right, is like one of few places you can catch core fish in this game. You need a Super Rod though, which you don't get until the post-game. Does this route have any water on it? I really don't want to fight these trainers yet, so let's try to sneak past them. I say sneak, and I basically just mean run away while being pursued by karate men. Okay, no, there's no surfing on this route, but there probably is in here. We've got Strength Boulder, Star Pace, which I have no problem with. And I'm gonna guess... I think I said calcium last time, and then it turned out to be a protein. This one will be the calcium. Damn it. And more strength boulders, okay. Worthwhile. Let's go ahead and I just realized even if there had been water, I didn't have anything that could surf anyway, so joke's on me, I guess. Alright, let's... You know what, rather than go through Foggy Route again, I'm just gonna look up if I can get anything with surf, and then, depending on the results, I'll probably just cut back to the Fuego Ironworks. So yeah, there wasn't anything there. So, off we go to Pokemon Fuego Rojo, or, like, whatever the hell Leaf Green was. I don't know, I had, like, weird, not actually Spanish ROMs of those games back in the day that were just named Spanish for some reason, and I remember that. Anyway, before we actually do Fuego Ironworks, let's go to possibly an even more obscure area, Floaroma Meadow, which is basically just a bunch of flowers, but there's also a good number of hidden items here. I'm gonna do a thorough cleaning out of this area off-screen, because I don't want to go around beeping everywhere and, like, trying to find all the items and subject you all to that, but I'll grab ones that are either visible or seem to be in obvious places, and, see what kind of loot I get, and then we will move on. Yeah, there's a lot of items here. You know what, actually, this place isn't as big as I remembered. I don't know how many items I did miss, but again, don't really need to go around doing this everywhere. Oh, they're just in the middle of paths. Okay, cool. So yeah, you can't find all of them without using the item finder. So yeah, we'll come back there at some other point. You don't have to see that. And here we have some grass and some berries. This grass is relevant to my interests because in Diamond and Pearl, if you had Leaf Green in the DS, you could find Magby here, and it had a small chance of holding a Magmarizer, which was the only way to evolve it into Magmortar. In this game, it just flat out has Magmar without any GBA game required, so I'm not going to be able to get Magby immediately, but I can catch a Magmar and breed it, and since Magby was a Gen 2 baby Pokemon, it doesn't require an incense, so we don't even have to bother with any of that crap, which is always good. So, let's go ahead and try to find one. I don't know Magmar's rarity, and when I do find one, it only has a 25% chance of being female, so I've got that going for me, but I guess we'll go ahead and try and find one here, I don't know. Again, this is probably something that could happen off-screen, but I will give it a fair effort. There's one, but it's male. And just for the sake of being thorough and mentioning stuff that nobody cares about, the counterpart, Electabuzz/Elekid, is found in basically the exact same manner in Valley Windworks. You have to have Fire Red in the DS for it to appear. Electabuzz in Platinum is available without insert, but it's a route much later on in the game, so Elekid does have a distinct possibility of replacing Stacy at some point in this playthrough, but it won't be until very late on. And at that point, I may decide to not go through with it, so we'll see. It's not anything I'm terribly worried about yet. Can we find a female Magmar? Signs are pointing to no. We get to hear that every single time I enter a battle, though, which is always fun. Here we go. Okay. Let's not botch this one up. So, clearly Thunder. Actually, I'm not sure if Thunder would even kill it. Volt Tackle, go. Oh. That actually worked fairly well. And paralyzed it. You know what? I'm going to go with that. Here. And I guess just regular Pokeball on you. There we go. Magmar does not need a nickname because I'm not going to be using it directly. Off we go to the PC. Alright, and immediately find another one. Isn't that how it always is? Anyway, in the actual Ironworks proper, there's trainers, there's arrow panels, there's items. I want to say there's maybe a TM or two. And that guy will give you one of each shard if you give him a star piece, which is very useful if you're wanting to use the move tutors. Since this place has trainers, I'm going to be coming back to it later, because I'm wanting to... I've said that like 3 times already. I'm wanting to do those when I have other stuff to raise up, so... I guess let's go ahead and breed a Magmar. If I even have anything to breed it with. Honestly, I didn't even check. Alright, so slight change in plans. I did a little bit of research and found that I do have something that the Magmar can breed with. Actually, let me double check this. No, I don't. I was going to say Krogunk, but I have a female, so never mind that part. But anyway, I did some looking up of egg moves, and Magby does get a pretty decent number of them, and some of them are worthwhile, some of them aren't. I'm noticing a lot of fighting moves, though, and although it can learn the Brick Break TM, it can also learn Cross Chop by breeding with a Machop. And Cross Chop is a really good move, because it's 100 base power. I think I'm actually going to go for that, so that means I have to catch a Machop and raise it up to like level 37 or something, off-screen. Don't feel like doing that right now, so instead of doing that, we're going to be going to this route and finding Mr. Mime, or Mrs. Mime, I guess, because we need to get a female one, because that is going to be also relevant to our interests here. So, we've got more trainers, not anything surprising there. Let's try to not battle them. I do want to see what this item is, though. Mr. Mime will only produce Mime Jr. eggs if it's holding an odd incense, which I do already have, so I've got that part covered. The rock incense used for Bonsly is actually found at the Fuego Ironworks, so I haven't picked it up yet, but it is accessible. But, oh boy, more Floatzel. Let's go ahead and grab these berries, and... So yeah, I don't think we're actually going to be acquiring any new team members in this video, which is okay with me. It at least kind of sets up what's going to be happening, and then next time we'll be able to kind of start out with them already hatched or trained up slightly, or however I want to do that. It'll probably be like hatched and then a time skip, and then I'll have them leveled up. But, reminder for what I basically need for, like, viewer input. I'm going to have the Strawpoll up, which basically is going to exist for who do you want to vote off to have Bonsly replace. Because Magby's getting a spot on the team, just in the open spot that I have. Mime Jr. is going to replace Lugosi, because I don't need 2 Psychics. Again, I don't really need 2 normals either, but basically I think at this point the question is, do I want to have both normals and get rid of Terrence, or do I want to get rid of either Sponge or Caroline? It's kind of debatable at this point. It could go anyway, so I'm just going to put them all up, vote for whoever you want to be booted out. Whoever does get booted out is not guaranteed to stay gone for good. There's also the possibility of me having a rotating team, but those are kind of a pain in the ass, and I can definitely speak from experience with this because I do them all the time. I don't know if I want to do it in a playthrough where everything is decidedly kind of weak anyway, because then it's going to have to be even more grinding than usual in a game where grinding is kind of slow. So I'm thinking probably no rotating team, but there's always the possibility of... Okay, you know, fuck, I'm just going to throw more Pokeballs at this thing. There we go. So, got Mr. Mime. It's going to go in the PC and not do a whole lot for a while. But yeah, vote for who you want to be booted out, and also in the comments I would like people to come up with nicknames for all 4 of the new acquisitions. I say 4 because Riolu is coming up soon also, which, now that I think about it, is also going to be a problem, so I might have to pick the 2 least popular, or like the 2 most wanted to be I don't know what the hell I'm saying anymore. Again, I'll look at the results of the poll and decide who to take out, because there's going to be Magby, Mime Jr, Bonsly, and Riolu, all of which need nicknames, all of which will need a spot on the team. And there's only so much space I have. So, let's go ahead and explore this town, and then I think we'll be done with the video. Ooh, you know what? That's actually not a bad idea. I have to remember where all the strength boulders are. Yes. Oh, is that a rumor now? I thought that was like a main aspect of the game. It was weird though. I never really... I think I went into that once, because as I've definitely gone on record many times before, I don't usually make use of online features in games that much, but I already talked to you. Yeah, there's like this weird plaza thing with like berry mini games and I don't even know what. And this would be skill swap, okay. Very situational. Can be interesting, I suppose, but I doubt I'll use it. Repeat balls are not the most useful things. Oh wait, gotta check what mail they have, it's important. Okay. So I believe the move deleter is here. Yeah, okay. Luckily I didn't teach any TMs to team members, so I don't have to worry about that. You know where a move deleter would be useful though? Gen 1. Not gonna shut up about that. Just must continuously bitch about minor things in that, like, very slow playthrough that I'm doing of Red. I downloaded that the day that it came out, and I'm still like halfway through the game. And Rival Fight. I didn't realize this was a thing. Alright. Perhaps Rival Fight will help people decide who to boot out. Well, I was gonna say let's Volt Tackle it, but nope, because Intimidate. Probably want to lay down a save state here, and can I kill it with Thunder? And I just die from Quick Attack. Oh god, I did. Oh god, I did. That was terrible. Okay. Not wanting to die to Quick Attack. That would be not the greatest of situations, so maybe you die to Quick Attack. And then send out somebody to do something, I don't know what. I'd like to paralyze it, but we're gonna die to his first Pokemon, aren't we? Maybe we can put it to sleep. Christ, the Staraptor. I was not prepared for this battle. I didn't realize it existed. Oh, double team, that's what I like to say. Alright, so if I'm lucky, I might be able to get in a Volt Tackle here. Let's find out. Making alternate saves, because I am not at all confident in my abilities to get through this fight. Jesus, this fight. Oh, wrong save state. Yeah, I'm gonna save scum the hell out of this fight, I don't even care. This Staraptor is seriously gonna destroy my entire team. Oh my god. I am not happy with my decision to save state during this battle. Let's, Did the reflect wear out? I didn't really see the message. Maybe the speed boost will be good enough to get another hit in? Maybe. No. Oh, but it missed somehow. Okay. Well, now that that thing's dead, and so is half of my team, let's see how the rest of this goes. Psychic move, but it's gonna frickin' outspeed me. Maybe I can paralyze it first. Does Heracross have guts? I don't actually remember. Well, it has Horn Attack, which is not a very impressive move, but it's enough to kill me. In which I get swept by the first two Pokemon of this guy. This is frickin' sad. How much money do I lose if I just throw the fight? Not that much. I really don't like to lose fights, because I feel like it's always avoidable, but I should have not save stated during the battle because I didn't realize that I was just completely unable to win this battle. But let's try this one more time. I'm going to send out Terrence to soak up a hit. Use a potion of some variety. Get you up to full. Probably die to this attack. Get up a reflect. Thank you for missing. And let's see. I have to play this smart, so I'm going to switch into somebody to absorb a hit and die, or you could double tame, I guess that works too. Alright, so now I can either... Well, I'm not intimidated, so let's go for the Volt Tackle. Come on, please hit. Please hit. Okay, good. Will it actually finish it off, though? Ugh. I guess another one. Or take down recoil, that'll work too. God, alright. I have no chance of outspeeding this thing, that's the problem. And both of my paralyzers are dead. Okay, Shockwave, except I'll probably die to a single hit. Okay, take down recoil. Yeah, this battle just kind of sucks in general, doesn't it? I'm not really sure how to get through this fight, honestly. This might be something that I have to come back for once I have my new team members. Because it's either that or do a bunch of grinding. Okay, somehow lived that. I'm not really sure how that happened, but okay. I will accept it. There's another Lemonade. And take a hit from Night Slash. Or not very... Oh, god damn it! And it criticals. Jesus. I was about to say, why are you using a not very effective move? I forgot Brick did that. So yeah. I'm thinking this is basically just going to be the rival battle that I was not destined to win. Yeah. Through a lot of manipulation and stalling techniques and all sorts of bullshit, I might be able to win this fight, but that sucked. Not gonna lie. Are we still in Canalave, or did I, like, warp back to some other town? I'm still here. Okay, so don't cross that bridge. That is what I've learned. I think I have enough money to be able to deal with losing about 2,000 of it, so... that might be the first time I've actually lost a battle and just dealt with it in basically any Pokemon game, other than my current Red playthrough where I keep losing to stuff intentionally for the Mew glitch, but, not proud of that one, but I guess I'll take it, and, next time, probably new team members.